One, two, one, two, one, two. I am BYKE for Duval County, back for the folks around the world. Stadium music. What's up, y'all? Mr. Allen from the mighty MPN Network, the Clear Vision show, not podcast, because I don't want the gods to come get me. Yeah, another round. My apologies for being um, delayed on the show. Man, I think the last one I did might have been in June or whatever. So between June and September 30th, which today is September 30th. Yes, we're gonna date this thing. Um, it's been a whirlwind, but we will get back into it at some point, and we will get bike into the rotations of doing this, right? Because I told myself I need to be doing this and quit playing with the folks out here. All right. So hopefully everybody is good. Hopefully everybody is better. Hopefully everybody is great. All that stuff. Everything's good. Everything is great. Everything is good. Everything is great. Everything is good. Everything is great. All right. Inhale. I promise I blew my nose today. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Round of applause for yourselves for taking that breathing moment. Whew, I got to get back on this breathing action, y'all. Breathing action. All right. So I won't be by y'all too much longer, but just want to get through some topics real quick. I wrote these topics a while back, but I'm gonna hit y'all with three quick topics. Do my little in and out. We do our vision check, and after that, y'all make sure y'all go and follow all the things MPN related, Mr. Al Pete related. So, yeah. All right. First go round. All right. So, two of my things that I'm talking about comes from Threads. Threads is a great source. I might go back on Twitter and see what I need to pull from there, and see what that's about. Right. All right. So the first thing that we have is make DJ booths inaccessible again, please. This is from. Hold on a sec. Let me make sure I can zoom back into it. Oh, go ahead, Lee. This is from Thomas the Square. Thomas the Square on Threads. Not sure if it's a bot or not, but make DJ booths inaccessible again, please. All right. So to my people that need a reminder, because I know some people need the reminder, whatever. Yeah, right here. I'm looking at this. So I have a second camera, y'all. This is the second camera. I think I'm gonna start incorporating the second camera. Why not? Why not? Just trying some things out. But yes, um, inaccessible again. When the DJs are DJing, we are there to do a job. 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 All right. Coming up with conversations while we're DJing or while we're manning the booth, because that's a whole job. Just to remind y'all, that is a whole job. So I use this for an example. Um, Stage manager for R&B Moses. So I make sure all the DJs and all the hosts and the DJs are good to go. Just making sure that they're falling in the right time schedule, making sure they're not necessarily saying doing what they're supposed to do, but just making sure that they're equipped for doing the job that they do when Army Most is going on. That is not the time to be having a full conversation about anything, anything, and it's an appropriate time and place for that. Even though if you don't know that person's time or place, hit them up on the side and be like, hey. You got some time next week that we can get up and I got some questions about, shoot me your music or an idea that I got when it comes to this, that, and the third, or just something that I can add to your creation when it comes to my event. Maybe you could do a great job on that. So da 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 da. But at the actual event, it is not the time for you to be asking asking questions about this, that, and the third. Okay. So with that, just act like you can't even get to the booth. Just simply do that. Act like the booth doesn't have a door that you can go through. Okay. Don't don't go through the door. Don't go through the door. If you feel like it's a door, it is not a door. Okay. It is not a door. So just understand that. I don't want to sound mean or sound like, you know, I'm being extra or whatever, because I'm not. But just like everybody else, like an organization, institution, or whatnot has a job. Everybody has a specific job to make sure that that said thing runs accordingly. We have that as well. So, um, yeah. So I would just say, make sure you hold your comments, your questions, and all that stuff when we're not um busy, because we're literally saving people's lives when we're out there DJing. Like, you don't understand. Like, we have to save people's lives. People are dependent on us to make sure that the music is still going, making sure we're playing the music that they play. Make sure we have to make sure that we tend to the birthday lady, tend to the anniversary lady, tend to the homies that just got a degree, and make sure that the ladies that got a raise at their job. Like, it's all these components. And for me, I'm thinking about the next 30 minutes. So when I'm playing the one song you hear when I'm DJing, I'm thinking about the next 30 minutes. Like, I'm thinking in my mind, like, come after this song, come this song, that song, that song, that song, that song, that song, that song. I'm literally thinking that. Now, thank goodness for multitasking, right? Thank goodness for multitasking. I feel like I do an absolutely great job with multitasking and pivoting and managing other people while I'm managing myself. But it can get overwhelming. So with that being said, hold all conversations to the end of the gig, or just hit them up on the side and be like, hey, I got an idea, da da da, this, then the third. Let me run this by you, but don't run it by them when they're doing the gig. Okay, all right, cool, 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 cool. Stadium music, round of applause. Let's see. So I have another topic that says, I wrote this down. Say, I would never subscribe to the popularity game played in this city or ever anywhere. Mm, I mean, simple as that. I mean, we won't even have to have a full conversation on that. Like, I'm just not gonna subscribe to it. Like, I'm not. Hold on. I'm not gonna subscribe to it. Like, I've never walked around wanting to be this popularity type of guy. And actually, the popularity thing, it scares me. And I've been a victim of the popularity um scams and schemes. I've been a victim of that, and it is not a cute thing. And when I say that, I'm talking about, like, when people think that you're approachable, or um they just want to, like, invade your space, whether it's from an emotional, mental, physical, all that things. Like, I've been a true victim of that. um Now, it hasn't been as bad as some other stories that I've heard, but it's been it's been bad. It's been bad. It's been bad. I've seen some bad, bad, bad things, man, from being popular. Like, I'm seeing some bad things, and thank goodness I haven't seen, like, any bad things. But um, to my people that just want that popularity, please watch out for it, because it can be a frightening situation. All right, and at the same time too, we are out here to do the work of the entertainment gods, or whatever the case may be. And popularity um shouldn't be like the main goal. um I know for me, I'm wanting to change lives. I'm wanting to walk in purpose and full intention. And so, me worrying about my image, and whatever my image and stuff, that's never going to be me. Never, never, never going to be me. So, well, in regards to image wise, I want to watch my image for sure, because the work that I do has put me in the light of a lot of people. But me shooting for the goal of being popular, that is not me at all. That will not be me, ever be me. I am not that type of guy. Mm-mm. Y'all can have it. I go I go live on a farm somewhere and delete all my social medias before I worry about likes and what I'm wearing at an event. That ain't gonna happen. When I'm DJing specifically, I'm there to make sure that people have a great time and forget about their worries. And I'm thankful that people feel like I am the person to make their events elevated and curable when it comes to the things that they go through. But outside of that, I don't care nothing about it. I don't care nothing about it. All right. So moving forward, social media and my quick thoughts on that. Man, look, that's another thought that I wrote down. Social media, my quick thought. Listen, all I got to say is social media is a postcard for me. I'm trying to build up my YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, stadium music. I'm trying to, yeah, I'm trying to build that up. I'm trying to build that up, build my podcasting lane up. And I just post on how it is. I remember Twitter being like such a fun place to be at, and it is not a fun place at all anymore. Um, and thread. Sometimes I be on there, but it's usually when I'm on social media is when I'm bored. Outside of me promoting the stuff that I have to promote, it's just when I'm bored, man. But I have to do a postcard because I have to let people know I still exist in these streets, and I can still get busy with the rest of them. So, yeah, so that's when I do my postcard thing. But social media, like I'm literally teaching. Excuse me, y'all. I'm literally teaching these kids like I'm incorporating social media into like a daily life type of situation. Like that's crazy to me that we're talking about digital media and like how it portrays in life, in real life. That is wild to me. I always just thought social media was just supposed to be the place we just kind of let our hair down. It was television 2.0, that type of thing. But it's to the point where it's like people identities are being jeopardized because somebody wants to watch what another person's doing and feel like I'm not doing enough. And it's all because of what they see on like TikTok. Now, granted, I'm not saying that people shouldn't fall for that, right? I'm not saying that at all. But it's just very wild to me that and listen, I'm guilty of it as well. I will say I am guilty of it as well. I'm not gonna act like I don't fall victim to it. Listen, is sometimes I see people or certain things, certain situations where I'm like, damn man, like I wish I was advanced to them on that level, or you feel like you're not doing anything. And I'm like we gotta get out of that. We gotta get out of that mode. We gotta get out of that mode, man. And social media is doing that. So with that being said, just from a professional standpoint for me, I'm gonna make sure that you know, social media is just a postcard, just to let y'all know that I still exist. But outside of that, I need to make sure that I have my business life and definitely like my personal life away from social media. So that's what I've learned over the past couple of years, and just the past like year alone. I'm just like, I ain't, social media ain't tough like that no more. Maybe just from advancements or you know whatever. I don't know, but I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. So, all right. All right. Before we get into our vision check, please make sure you go follow the MPN Network, mpn-llc.com. Go check that out. Go check out the radio show on there as well. You can download the app too. You can download the MPN Network app. Go to your Androids and your iTunes. Well, no, iTunes. iPhone people, Android users. You can both download the app so you can listen to the radio show on there. Check out the videos. So the videos that you see on the MPN page, it will reflect on the app. I need to be on some blogging tip, but bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. So vision check. Let me see if this works. Hold on. Boom. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that. One more time. One more time for the road. One more time for the road. I need to put that my yeah right there, like right here. Yeah, man. So I want to post this quote. Excuse me, I gotta take my glasses off. I'm such an old man right now. Um, so I follow this guy, um, Doctor Concrete, Doctor Concrete underscore Noop. So he's a Kappa. I'm an Alpha, but we, D9 actions, but support my D9, brothers and sisters. Um, but yeah, I started following him. He's an educator, principal, from my understanding. But shouts out to him. He does post some good stuff, which is interesting because he, I started following him before I even became a professor. So it was like I followed him, and then I think the next month I became a professor. Talk about manifestation and putting yourself into the right thing. So that's one good thing about social media that I rock with. One great thing about social media that I rock with, like especially threads, because you can be on one thing and you'll find things that is around it. So you have to watch the stuff that you entertain. Whether if you scrolling and you stop on something, it's gonna show you all that stuff. So like if you stop on a relationship thing for the next day or two, you're gonna be seeing relationship stuff. So I saw his, and it put me around a bunch of educators, just a lot of like thought leaders, all that stuff. So shouts out to Doctor Concrete underscore Noob. But he says, "Good morning. Sometimes we just need to be quiet and be still. Take notes of what's happening around us. The more you connect with yourself, the better chances you will see what's good for you and what is not." Let me read this again for the folks in the front and in the back. All right. Good morning. Sometimes we just need to be quiet and be still. Take note of what's happening around us. The more you connect with yourself, the better chances you will see what's good for you and what is not. My people, my people, my people. I'm guilty of it too sometimes. Listen, we just talked about social media, right? We run to that social media when we have a problem. We run to people that are not um reliable. I'll just say that for lack of a better word. We do these things and we forget about just being still sometimes and just being quiet and processing and thinking and reflecting. And I'm not talking about when things are bad too. I'm talking about when we have good things going. When we have good things going for us, we need to sometimes be quiet and still as well and process for the next mission, for the next war, for the next journey, for the next endeavor. Like sometimes we just have to be still. When he said that, I almost threw my phone. Actually, I threw my phone mentally and it came right back to me. And I was like, "Oh, this is a word. This is a magnificent word." All right? But yes, people, we have to be quiet and still sometimes. Now, how that looks for you, however that looks for you. All right? If you wanted to be, if you want to be still before you lay down and go to sleep, good. If you want to do it before you wake up in the morning, well, when you wake up in the morning, good. You want to do it in the midst of being in traffic, great. But just remind yourself that you need to be still sometimes. I feel like for me, well, good practice for me is being still. Like I try to be quiet for at least like 10 minutes every day. Just quiet, just the, like try to clear my palettes of like thinking, doing all the things. But in situations like what we just talked about here, like I'm always trying to be like quiet and still. And sometimes that just doesn't go well with a lot of people because people look at it like, oh well, we got to make these decisions now, whatever the case may be, and it's like, nah, like, or we need an answer now. And granted, I understand when we're in situations where we need to make a decision now. I understand that completely, but sometimes we just got to be quiet and still. And I know for me, my quietness and my stillness sometimes is it probably don't take no more than like a minute. Like when we like instantly in a situation. Like I'm telling you, I would duck off so quick mentally and physically, and then think of something within a minute, and that within that minute, I'm thinking about how we gonna handle the duration of whatever for like that for those 4 hours. That's just how wired I am with that. But again, in a situation like this, sometimes we just got to be quiet, man. And sometimes those quiet days or those nights or those moments have to be for a day or two or a week. You know what I'm saying? And the people around you have to understand that, or and of course let people know that you okay. But sometimes you just got to be quiet, man. And I don't want to get too religious on y'all, but the Lord start to talking to you when you get quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like amen to that. But the Lord will start talking to you. The Lord will start revealing some things, and like He will guide you in the right way. So, yeah, shouts out to Dr. Concrete on that, man. But learn how to be quiet a little bit, y'all. Just be quiet and be still. It's totally okay. Totally okay. All right. Listen, thank you so much for hitting play on this. I greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all that looked at this. Make sure you go and share this with your folks if you want to hear me talk about some things that aren't incriminating. that are not incriminating. And yeah, just give my thoughts on some things. As I walk through this like adjusted journey that I'm walking on, I feel like I do need to have these conversations with the people who I follow, and I've been doing it for a minute, Clear Vision. So we might have a moment where we might get on some academia action. It might be another moment where I want to talk about cartoons or whatever the case may be. But I want to make sure that I'm fulfilling my purpose and to inform my people that I walk in good intent and good good intent and good purpose. And so it's a lot of topics out there that we're going to talk about. We're going to keep it clear, though, with the beautiful visions. You see what I did there? Stadium music. All right. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you follow me on the socials. Yeah, Mr. LP, MRALPETE. On there, make sure you follow me on Threads, Facebook. Everywhere you go, just follow me on there, man. I try to post somewhat everywhere, but yeah, you can catch me out in these social media streets on the low. All right. Make sure you follow MPN Network, MPN Management, all on socials, but please go to mpn-llc.com and get some of the good stuff. Make sure you listen to the radio show. We got a lot of stuff on that show, man. We got Christina Curates on Friday. We have the Soul Curators on Tuesday. You got the Goon Suite on Thursday. You got R&B Motion on Wednesdays. We got other podcasts as well that floats on there. Friendships That Flourish, BLK podcast, all the things, man. So more to come. And also this month coming up in October, it's going to be real busy for you boys. I'm going to make sure I'll be going live and all that stuff. In the middle of the month, I will be at Afros and Audio. I'll be speaking with my man Dominic Lawson, Stadium Music. And I'm going to be there hanging out with my podcast family. So looking forward to that. Yeah, so I'll definitely be going live on that part. But, y'all bear with me. I'm going to try to be more active on these things. But, I got other stuff I got to handle. So anyway, be good to yourselves and be good to others. It's Mr. Al Pete from the Mighty MPN Network. To the top, y'all.